Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This little guy's Popeye, and you just heard Amelia for the RC Sailors. Welcome to our RC family. Abby is holding her right now in like this belly strap thing, so the video might be a little bouncy. Maybe not. Maybe the gear is taking the bounce out. Hope so. This is kind of a fun day. We have all kinds of things going on. The focus of today is going to be this little bumblebee drone, and I do really like how this thing looks. I applaud them for making something unique and different. Amelia likes it too, you can hear her. So we're gonna take a look at this, take a closer look really quickly and show you what comes in the box, then we'll fly it in the front yard for you, because I would definitely classify this drone as a front yard flyer or a backyard flyer. It's also small enough that you could fly it inside, but the weather's warm enough that we're gonna be able to fly outside today, so I definitely wanna take advantage of that. All kinds of stuff going on though. I told you, I got boxes here because I'm getting stuff listed on eBay today. I got the Mavic out because I'm trying to get it updated for a special video coming to the channel soon. The weather keeps climbing up in the right direction. We'll have some really good stuff to show you guys. So all kinds of things going on. But let's take a look and see what comes in this box, and then we'll get it in the air for you and tell you if it's worth your hard-earned money or not. Well, we have a nice instruction manual, and I did use it to look at what the buttons did because they are not labeled, unfortunately. And it also told us just all kinds of things. If you're a beginner flyer, this is actually a really nice instruction manual, so hold on to that. We did get a Phillips screwdriver. You'll need that just to get into the batteries for the back, to put batteries in, 2 AAA batteries. I love them, these little coos and things. This is the USB charge cable to the battery, which is all included. This is all a ready to fly unit. Unfortunately, it's in a proprietary casing, so I'm not a huge fan of that. But it does seem to work, so that's okay. The battery just plugs in here, and then when you slide it into the back of the drone, it automatically turns on when that makes contact. They give you 4 spare props. I like the colors, yellow and white, of course, for the bumblebee look, and a prop removing tool, so that's really good. I think my favorite thing about this whole setup is just the way it looks. The transmitter of the drone matches extremely well. It definitely has that bumblebee vibe, and if you are a kid at heart, or actually truly a kid, then you're gonna like this because it doesn't look like just a boring, plain old drone. I think more drone companies should be innovative and try to make things look really cool like this. I do really like that. This drone is an altitude hold drone, so it's going to be easy to fly for beginners, and it comes with these permanent prop guards installed, so that's going to be really great for a beginner. This has definitely got a kid, or like I said earlier, a big kid at heart, just labeled all over it. I just love this. It's really cool, and we do have a camera on there. It's a Wi-Fi FPV camera, so you're going to need a phone or a mobile device of some kind. You don't need internet access, and you don't need Wi-Fi access. You can just pair this up out in the middle of the desert. If you didn't have any internet at all, just the drone emits its own Wi-Fi signal, you pair it up to that. And here's one really cool thing. That's loud, but Abby's big phone, iPhone 6s Plus, in her giant OtterBox case, it fits in there and it holds it pretty well. So I do like that a lot because it's pretty rare that Abby's phone will actually fit in there. My phone's the same size too. So yeah, let's go fly this and see how it does, guys. It's pretty exciting. I like the way this looks a lot. Let's take off. Down and out, or down and in on both sticks to start the motors, and then just a little throttle up. And we now have a bumblebee flying in the front yard. Yeah. A bumblebee drone. I like it. I really like how this looks. It's so cool. And finally, someone steps outside the box and doesn't do a standard drone and does this little bumblebee thing. I like it a lot.
She's kicking like crazy.
Very cool. So everyone always says drones sound like bees. Well, here we go. We're gonna just be quiet for a second while this guy drives by. You get a close shot of his truck though. Yeah, there we go. Probably a fun truck to work on and drive, honestly. Well, everyone always says that drones sound like bees, or a swarm of bees, a swarm of mosquitoes. And it's cool that we finally have one that now looks like a bee. Really cool. Now this is like the big brother to that little ladybug drone that we had, and you know, we ended up giving that drone to our mailman, that ladybug drone. It was his first drone. He's always stopping at our house with tons of mail and stuff, so we felt bad, and I said, hey, here you go, this is kind of what I do, this is my hobby, and he was so grateful. And he liked it so much that he said he wanted to do something that he could fly outside, so I think this might be his next drone. What do you think, Abby?
Probably.
It's flying really well. That altitude hold is great. And I'm only having to give a little bit of input to fight the light breeze that's out here. So let's try some of the functions while we're flying and take a look at the flips. Let's see how the flips do. So I'm going to gain a little altitude, click the right stick, and pick a direction. So that wasn't bad for an outside drone. If you were flying inside, that'd be a lot of altitude to gain. What do you say, Amelia?
She says, ooh.
Ooh. Let's do another flip.
Oh,
Yeah,
I missed it.
that's okay. I'll go out a little farther.
Say it again. I'm gonna say ooh.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, pretty good flip. It gains some altitude for the flip, but then it goes right back where it started when the flip is done. That bright yellow is really easy to see, and I like that a lot. It's really nice. Trying to take a look at my camera quality and everything, my FPV camera, as I fly out a little bit. And I do wish it was a little bit wider of an angle, but let's say you just wanted to show your neighbor their yard or something. You could fly up some and be like, hey neighbor, check it out. There's your front yard from 30 feet in the air. I mean, that's what this is. It's a toy grade drone. You don't want to fly it too high so that it would fly away or, you know, lose control of it in the wind or anything.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Amelia, you're okay.
She wants
kiddo.
to like lean back or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, we have rates, so I'm going to try those out next. So this is full speed ahead and the default rate that you take off in. And then if you click the left stick, you go into, sounds like the highest rate. So there's probably our highest rate, which is zipping around really well with the wind, and then into the wind, it's slowing down just a little bit. You got a good track on it, Abby?
Uh-huh.
Let's take a look at the yaw rates on that. So I'll spin it around as this red car goes by. Spin, spin, spin. And I think the yaw rate is affected. Yeah, nice and slow. So slow that I'm actually going to drift away in rate 1. So I need at least rate 2 to fly in these light breezes, and rate 3 feels really good fighting the light breezes. So this drone you definitely don't want to fly in a lot of wind. It's not very capable of, you know, pushing through a lot of wind unless you're super experienced. But today we're just dealing with like a 2-mile-an-hour breeze or so. It's doing really good. There's a headless mode too, so we might as well test it. Ready to give that one a shot. I think nope, that was auto land, I'm sorry. I'll hit that again and push throttle up and see if we can cancel auto land. It's the right bumper, so I'm gonna hit that. That's the return to home. So we press and hold that right bumper.
Well, return to home worked for no GPS.
It did. So we're in headless mode. I'm giving it full yaw and pushing away, and it went away just fine. Full yaw, and I'm pulling back toward us, and it's doing a really good job. So I will say the headless mode is working. I'm going to get out of headless mode just by pressing and holding that button again, and now I'm back in normal flight mode. So that's basically all the features. I guess I'll do return to home again. I'll fly out, and I'll push that top right shoulder button, and there it goes, kind of coming back toward us.
But not really.
But not really. So when a toy grade drone has that return to home, here's when it's useful. Let's say I'm kind of exploring over at my neighbor's yard, which of course I do have permission to do. They love the RC stuff. And then I get the drone turning, like rotated in a direction that I just can't tell which way it's facing. Right now it's facing right. But if you weren't sure, you would press that return to home and hope that it kind of came back toward you. And it is, kind of. Getting it close enough, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. Getting it close enough that you could see orientation again and take control of the drone. So that's the idea of having return to home on these toy grade drones. Also, I think they're just kind of a sales gimmick. They can put return to home on the box. It's not really return to home though, not like a GPS drone. So honestly, for a $45 or so drone, I really like this. There it goes, auto landing. So perfect timing. You know, I really like this, honestly. I like the main thing that I like about it is that it just looks so different from other drones on the market. We've seen hundreds now, and they all kind of look the same. They all look like a drone. This finally looks like something a little different. It looks like a bee, a bumblebee, and I really like that. The colors are bright and it's easy to see. It's fun. It's kind of a head turner. You can get this out and people, oh, that's pretty cool. It looks like a bumblebee. Whereas most other drones just look like drones. So I do really like that. I don't like that there's no on-off button or on-off switch. As soon as you plug the battery in, it's bound. Amelia doesn't like that either. Although I do really like the fact that Abby's large iPhone 6s Plus in an OtterBox case, the OtterBox Defender, which is like the biggest case you can get, fit in this transmitter. So I was really happy that it held it in there. I wouldn't like shake it to death, it would fall out, but it definitely held it while I was flying and moving around. I know the video is a little bit shaky because Abby's like bouncing Amelia like this, so I'm gonna wrap it up, but I do want to give this 2 solid thumbs up for what it is. It's not a DJI Mavic, so I cannot compare it to something like a DJI Mavic, but for a toy grade drone, it definitely stands firm on its own 2 feet. I really do like it. We'll have it linked in the description box below. Amelia just spit up, so we gotta get out of here. Thanks Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.